Hello and welcome to Science Monitor, a show that brings to you the most significant news from the world of science, technology, innovation, research, discoveries and much more. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor with you and here are this week's headlines. Asiatic Lion Conservation Project launched. Modern information and communication technology proposed for conservation, protection and development efforts of the Greater Gir region in Gujarat. National Science Centre organizes Innovation Festival 2019 in New Delhi with the aim to foster a passion and aptitude for science and technology amongst school students. International Symposium on Advances in Agro-Meteorology for Managing Climatic Conditions of Farmers 2019 organized in JNU, New Delhi. Vigyan Bharati, Indian Medical Association and National Cancer Institute jointly organized the Kutuhal in Nagpur to provide information on different aspects of bioengineering to the public. The top story this week. Asiatic lions or Indian lions are on the red list of International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources in the category of endangered species. They are found only in the greater forests of Sasangir in Gujarat. With sustained conservation efforts, the number of Asiatic lions have increased to about 700, but they remain vulnerable. To further strengthen conservation initiatives, the Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change, Government of India with the Gujarat government have launched a 3-year Asiatic Lion Conservation Project. Science Monitor brings you the details of this important initiative, which will be based on the latest conservation techniques.
Asiatic lions are known as the last species of lions in the country. The population majorly dwells in the dry deciduous forest in southwestern part of Gujarat. Currently, the region accounts for 700 lions living at Wildlife Sanctuary of the Gir National Park in Gujarat. Asiatic lions are identified as one of the 21 critically endangered species listed by the International Union for Conservation of Nature. To protect the Asiatic lions, the Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change, Government of India, in collaboration with the Gujarat government, have dedicated the Asiatic Lion Conservation Project to strengthen conservation initiatives. It is a 3-year project with a sanctioned budget of Rs 97.85 crore. This announcement was marked during a press conference attended by the Union Minister for Environment, Forests and Climate Change, Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Harshvardhan, and the Gujarat Minister of State for Forest and Tribal Development, Raman Lal Nannubhai Patkar in New Delhi.
लायन की सेवा और रक्षा के लिए डेडिकेटेड एक एक्सक्लूसिव जो है प्रोजेक्ट, नॉट दैट कि इसके पहले लायन की रक्षा नहीं होती थी, लेकिन उसके ऊपर एक एक्सक्लूसिव फोकस करके ये जो एशियाटिक लायन कंजर्वेशन प्रोजेक्ट जो है, आज इसकी कॉपी आप सब लोगों को मिलेगी। इसके ऊपर हमारे डिपार्टमेंट के लोगों ने, खासकर हमारे फॉरेस्ट ऑफिशियल्स ने बहुत विस्तार से इसके ऊपर चर्चा की है, अध्ययन किया है, सब इनपुट्स लिए हैं, पुराने जो अनुभव है उसको शेयर किया है एक दूसरे के साथ, और उन अनुभवों में से जो कुछ और फर्दर इम्प्रूवमेंट हो सकता है। तो अभी एक प्रकार से इस प्रोजेक्ट के लिए एक हम्बल बिगनिंग है कि 2-3 साल के लिए 98 करोड़ रुपया इसके लिए रखा गया है, जिसमें दोनों सरकारें मिलके इस काम को आगे करेंगी। और उसका जो पहला इंस्टॉलमेंट जो है वो आज गुजरात सरकार को हैंडओवर किया गया है।
The project is designed with an approach of species conservation under a large landscape. Under this project, the different agencies from the environment to the veterinary department will look after the overall conservation of Asiatic lions. The major initiatives under the project to safeguard the Asiatic lions include habitat improvement, protection and wildlife health services. The project also envisages addressing the man and wild animal conflict issues. In addition, modern information and communication technology facilities are proposed for the conservation and protection of the Greater Gir region. It will take help of the GPS-based tracking and automated sensor grid system to monitor the lion resident areas. When the population is facing adverse threats like poaching, it makes it important to protect them from unnecessary deaths. Thus, the management strategy of this project would be beneficial to further strengthen the conservation and to protect the habitat of the Asiatic lions in the country.
The National Science Centre in New Delhi organised the Innovation Festival from the 7th to the 9th of February with an aim to encourage a passion and aptitude for science and technology and to provide a unique platform to creative innovators. The festival is a celebration of invention, creativity and resourcefulness. During the festival, several contests were organised for student innovators to showcase their creative work and interact with others from diverse fields of science. Science Monitor brings you a report.
Innovation in science and technology demands interest, passion, and ideas which connect to society. In order to take the nation ahead in the field of science and technology, it is important to inculcate scientific temper from a young age. With an aim to impart informal science education and create scientific curiosity among the school students and masses, the 5th Innovation Festival 2019 was organized by the National Science Centre. It was held from 7th February to 9th February in New Delhi. The main objective of this annual festival is to take science beyond the classroom to an open forum to discuss an exchange of ideas in innovation. The 3-day event was inaugurated by Professor Avinash Chandra Pandey, Director, Inter-University Accelerator Centre, Delhi, Professor P.V. Madhusudan Rao, Head Department of Design, Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, and D. Rama Sharma, Director, National Science Centre. During the inaugural ceremony, a popular lecture was delivered on the topic "Anybody Can Innovate" to encourage the school students.
The National Science Centre Delhi is organizing Innovation Festival, which is the 5th in its row. It is aimed at promoting innovation among the public at large with focus on students. This year we have got more than 50 entries for the individual categories. Out of that, a screening process is going on and then a selected projects will be displayed for the public.
The 3 days festival was packed with fun and interesting activities for students, teachers and parents. Some of the major highlights of the Science Festival was the Innovation Fair, where children displayed innovative prototypes related to the societal problems. Another major attraction of the festival was the Creative Robo Design platform. Here students displayed their working robo prototypes which can perform a variety of tasks.
If you actually look at the innovation as such, innovation is now not restricted to only, let's say, to the big corporates and other entities. A lot of innovation happens in public spaces, and I think this is an extremely good opportunity to excite the next generation of people, particularly students, in introducing innovation. Because innovation is something which everybody can do, and I think it can happen at any level. Sometimes it doesn't need even a formal education.
During the festival, Make It at the Science Centre was also organized. It was open for all artists and art students of different colleges and schools. Participants here built sculptures, scrap items, paintings on canvases and paper on any topic related to science and technology. The Innovation Festival was open-ended and encouraging for students to foster invention, creativity and resourcefulness. Moreover, the festival provided a platform for students and parents to meet and interact with like-minded innovators from different walks of life.
It's time for a short break here, and when we return, we will bring you a report on the International Symposium on Advances in Agro-Meteorology for Managing Climatic Risks of Farmers. But that's after a short break. Keep watching Science Monitor. Risks and uncertainties in agricultural production due to increasing climatic variability and weather extremes have become the prime cause of global food insecurity. Considering the urgent need of sharing agro-meteorological knowledge among stakeholders, The Association of Agro-Meteorologists organized an international symposium on advances in agro-meteorology for managing climatic risks of farmers at the Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi on the 11th and 12th of February. Our Science Monitor team brings you this report.
Climate change has a long-term catastrophic impact on not just the environment, but also its associated sectors like agriculture. Climate change can lead to extreme weather conditions like droughts, floods, and storms that can lend to devastation of agricultural lands. One of its major consequences, which concerns scientists, is its impact on global food security. In India, the change in climatic conditions can affect the production and quality of staple crops like wheat and rice. Approximately 20 to 80% of the variability in the crop yields depend on the weather stresses. Moreover, it also has a larger impact on the livelihood of farmers as they sustain their lives through agriculture. Therefore, to identify the risks and the uncertainties associated with climate change in the agricultural sector, a 3-day international symposium on advanced in agro-meteorology for managing climatic risks of farmers was recently organized at Jawaharlal Nehru Convention Center at Jawaharlal Nehru University in New Delhi. Agro-meteorology is the study of weather parameters for the better production of agricultural crops. The symposium was a collaborative effort of Association of Agro-Meteorologists, Indian Meteorological Department, ICAR, Indian Agricultural Research Institute and Jawaharlal Nehru University. It was attended by delegates from different fields of agriculture and institutes from across the country. The main aim of the symposium was to bring together researchers, technologists, policymakers and agricultural industry experts to align a roadmap for risk management in agriculture. According to experts, it can be achieved through the development of several advanced and precise agro-meteorology technologies and practices. Dr. K.J. Ramesh, Director General of Meteorology, India Meteorological Department, delivered discussion on meteorological support for agriculture.
Climate risk management for agriculture is so very important, particularly for a country like India, where 50% of our population is dependent on agriculture and agriculture-related operations. And changing climate has forced so much of variability on the quantum and distribution of rainfall.
The event organized discussions on themes like weather and climate services for agriculture, monsoon variability and predictability, agro-meteorological information, biotic and abiotic stress management, etc. Poster presentations were also displayed on the variability of crop production with different states. Some of them included climate change and potato productivity in Madhya Pradesh and its impact and adaptation by ICAR, Central Potato Research Institute. Another one was on the awareness and perception of farmers towards weather forecasting advisory services by Haryana Agriculture University in Hisar. Agricultural production systems are controlled largely by environmental conditions. Therefore, it is necessary to devise climate-sensitive policies and actions to predict the agriculture disasters in before. This will not just be beneficial to safeguard the lives of farmers, but will also solve the problem of food insecurity due to climate change.
A unique educative health exhibition, Kutuhal, was held at a Vishwavaraya National Institute of Technology campus from 8th through 11th of February. The event was jointly organized by Vigyan Bharati, VNIT, Indian Medical Association and National Cancer Institute. During the grand exhibition, medical machinery engineers and manufacturers demonstrated and explained the functioning of various equipment along with the scientific principles involved in their functioning. Various public interactive sessions on general health topics were also organized.
India is at the forefront of research and technological advancements in the vast field of science and technology. The citizens of our country need to be made aware of these breakthroughs and develop a scientific understanding to progress towards being an advanced nation. To inculcate scientific temper and a sense of curiosity, Kutuhal, that is, knowledge, understanding, testing, use, health, appliances and learning, was organized from 9th to 11th of February at Vishwavaraya National Institute of Technology in Nagpur. Kutuhal is an all-encompassing event where scientists, manufacturers, students and the masses come together to discuss and appreciate the advancements in the field of science and technology. The event was inaugurated by Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways, Shri Nitin Gadkari, and Mayor Nanda Jijkar. This year, the exhibition is based on healthcare-related equipment, laying emphasis on the significance of organ donation and to make people aware about it.
It's very important in the world today, where you have Wikipedia, you have electronic media, but you don't get an access to see it, how it is done physically, hands-on. So that's something that Kutuhal has been able to do it. We started Kutuhal 2 years ago with an intention to bring awareness to the common people, the common man, about home appliances. The runaway success of that program encouraged us and the organizers of this movement, Vigyan Bharati, to make it bigger and larger. And 2 years later, today, when we stand here on the 9th of February, we realize the importance and the magnitude of the growth, awareness and acceptance of this thought process.
Human life is precious and the journey between birth and death is made comfortable with good health. There have been many advances in healthcare equipment over the years which have been significantly helpful in coping up with different ailments faced by the human body in its journey from birth till death. Kutuhal showcased this journey of technological advancement in traditional BP equipment to ultra-modern CT scan and from the old-style stethoscope to the futuristic endoscope. During this grand exhibition, volunteers of Indian Society of Anesthesiologists demonstrated the procedure of cardiopulmonary resuscitation, commonly known as CPR. It is an emergency procedure that combines chest compressions, often with artificial ventilation, in an effort to manually preserve the brain function until further measures are taken to restore spontaneous blood circulation and breathing in a person who is in cardiac arrest.
In Kutuhal, there is a blend of two science streams, that is medical sciences as well as mechanical engineering. And they are the two very different parts of science field. But in Kutuhal, there is an opportunity that engineers can meet doctors and how doctors can work more easily by solving their technological difficulties.
Around 157 stalls were set up to provide information on various aspects of human body and related conditions like anatomy, nutrition, diabetes, anesthesiology, geriatric, dentistry, ophthalmology, cardiology, cancer, and organ donation. Many reputed institutes and organizations from across the country like All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Goa Medical College, and Aureus Institute of Anesthesiologists participated in the 3-day healthcare extravaganza. An eye checkup camp was also organized at the venue by Zim Laboratories Limited, where many children got their eyes tested by the experts. Thousands of medical aspirants, professors, doctors, along with school children participated in the 3-day event, which showcased many technologies in surgical and medical treatment equipments that will define the future of healthcare in India.
It's time for a short break, and when we come back, we will bring you some more news on science and innovation from India and around the world. Keep watching Science Monitor. Welcome back after the break. Let's now take a quick look at some more scientific innovations and developments from India and around the world.
National Aeronautical and Space Administration, or NASA, has discovered a dark storm on the planet Neptune. The discovery was done by Hubble Space Telescope. According to NASA, just like Earth, Neptune too has seasons, with each of a long duration. The new mysterious storm was marked during the southern summer of the Neptune. It is the fourth and latest storm captured by Hubble telescope. United Nations World Meteorological Organization has confirmed that last 4 years were the hottest in the history. According to the organization, year 2016 was the hottest year out of all on record. The analysis showcased that 20 warmest years have occurred within the time frame of last 22 years. This increase in the global temperature has led to extreme events in the Earth's history like hurricanes, droughts, flash floods, etc. WMO also said that the average global temperature in 2018 was 1 degree Celsius above than the pre-industrial level. Department of Biotechnology's India Alliance with Wellcome Trust recently celebrated the International Day of Women and Girls in Science at the St. Stephen's College in New Delhi. The event was marked by a series of talks from eminent Indian women scientists. During the event, a calendar with special highlights about the women in science was launched by the Life of Science organization. According to a report published in the journal Biological Conservation, more than 40% of insect species could become extinct in the next few decades. Insect populations are declining quickly worldwide due to pesticide use and other factors with a potential catastrophic effect on the planet. The study stressed on the importance of insect life on interconnected ecosystems and the food chain. The study was done by scientists from the Universities of Sydney and Queensland and the China Academy of Agricultural Sciences. Department of Science and Technology under the Government of India organized the 7th National Level Exhibition and Project Competition of the Innovation in Science Pursuit for Inspired Research or Inspire Manak program. Inspire is a flagship program of Ministry of Science and Technology which focuses on students of class 6th to 10th standards. The exhibition was held on 14th and 15th February at the Indian Institute of Technology in New Delhi. At the event, more than 700 students from across the country displayed their research models to address the needs and solve the societal problems of India.
And in the history of science, this week we remember Captain James Cook, born on 27th of October 1728 in England. He was a famous navigator, explorer and a cartographer of the 18th century. Captain Cook was the first person to map the Pacific, New Zealand and Australia coastlines during his 3 voyages. Cook designed the islands and coastlines on a European map. In 1775, James Cook made the first scientific large-scale map of Newfoundland Islands, and while returning from his 3rd voyage from the Pacific, Cook was attacked and killed on 14th of February 1779. In his memory, several institutes, monuments, mountains, voyages and places have been named. Captain Cook's scientific and geographical knowledge is known worldwide. His earlier skills of cartography have led to the development of precise maps to help the navigators and sailors. Well, that is all for this episode of Science Monitor. You can send your feedback and suggestions to Science Monitor on our email ID news@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write in to us at Vigyan Prasar, C24, Kutub Institutional Area, New Delhi 110016. We'll see you again next week with another episode of Science News and Innovations. Till then, goodbye and take care.